Yeah. Thurman Lee Thomas, born May 16th, 1966, is a former American college and professional football player who was a running back who spent most of his NFL career with the Buffalo Bills. Thomas was selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2007 and into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2008. Thomas was an important part of the Bills' no-huddle offense that won 4 consecutive AFC championships. Thomas was born in Houston, Texas. He grew up playing football on the Missouri City Junior High School, now Missouri City Middle School, and Willow Bridge High School. During the 82-83 season at Willow Bridge High School, Thomas attended the football thing. Thomas led the football team to the Texas Class 4A state title. Thomas attended college at Oklahoma State University, where he was a teammate of running back Barry Sanders at Oklahoma State. Thomas had 897 rushes for 4,595 yards, 43 touchdowns, 5,146 total yards, and 21 100-yard rushing games. He was also a Heisman Trophy candidate in his senior year, finishing 7th in the voting. He was first-team selection on the College Football All-America team in 1985 and 1987. Thomas led the Big 8 in rushing scoring in 1985 and 1987 and was voted to the Conference Player Hall of Fame. No, Thurman Thomas was starred as a sophomore in 1985 when he posted 1,553 yards, rushing 4th best in the country. Between his sophomore and junior seasons, he suffered a tear to his ACL in his left knee, missing some games during the 1986 season. He bounced back his senior season, rushing for 1,613 yards and finishing 3rd nationally in rushing from 1984 to 1987. Thomas carried the ball a remarkable 898 times, the Cowboys' most rushing attempts in a career at Oklahoma State history. In 1987 Sun Bowl, Thomas ran for 157 yards and 4 touchdowns in the 35-33 comeback victory over West Virginia, keeping freshman Barry Sanders on the sideline for the majority of the games. Thomas left the OSU as the school's all-time leading rusher, in his number 34 is one of the only 3 jerseys retired at Oklahoma State. In 2008, Thomas was inducted to the College Football Hall of Fame. A knee injury damaged Thomas's certain first-round pick status and caused him to slip into the 2nd round, 40th overall in 1988 NFL draft by the Buffalo Bills, their first choice in the draft. Thomas is well known as the offense that included Jim Kelly and Andre Reed, which led the Buffalo Bills to 4 straight Super Bowl appearances. Thomas was the AFC rushing leader in 1990, 1991, and 1993. In the first 3 seasons of his career, Thomas had a total of 12 games with at least 100 rushing yards. The Bills won every one of those games in 1989 and 1990. Every one of those games in 1989 and 1990. His combined total yards from scrimmage was 3,572 yards. This was more than 200 yards better than any other player in the NFL. He was voted to the All-Pro team in 1990 and 1991 and was selected to 5 straight Pro Bowls from 1989 to 1993 and was named the NFL's most valuable player in 1991. Became the first 11th player in NFL history to finish the season with over 2,000 yards, all-purpose yards. Currently his 12th on the NFL all-time list for most rushing yards in his career. Thomas currently holds the all-time Buffalo Bills rushing record with 11,938 yards and the team record for yards from scrimmage, the 16,279 over 12 years. 12 years! He's also the 4th in team scoring. Ha 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 ha. Overall, Thomas finished the 13th season with Miami with 12,074 rushing yards, 472 receptions, and 4,458 yards, and 88 touchdowns. 16 rushing and 23 receiving with 16,532 total yards from scrimmage. Thomas is the only player in NFL history to lead the league in total yards from scrimmage for 4 consecutive seasons. He is one of the only 6 running backs to have over 400 receptions and 10,000 rushing yards. Walker, Payton, Marshall Faulk, Marcus Allen, Tiki Barber, LaDainian Tomlinson are the other 5 of them that did that. Thomas is also one of the 5 running backs to have rushed for over 1,000 yards in 8 consecutive seasons, along with Curtis Martin, Barry Sanders, and Tomlinson. Thomas also set the NFL playoff record with the most career points, 126, touchdowns, 21, in consecutive playoff games with a touchdown, 9. Overall, he rushed for 1,442 yards, caught 76 passes for 672 yards in his 21 postseason games. In 1989 playoff loss to the Cleveland Browns, Thomas recorded 13 receptions for 597,000 million yards and 2 touchdowns, which is a postseason record for the receptions of running back and tight end Kellen Winslow. At the time of his retirement, his 76 postseason receptions ranked him 4th all time and led to this day remains the only running back among the NFL's top 10 leaders in that category. Thurman Thomas played for the Buffalo Bills for 12 seasons when the Bills ran out of money under the salary cap. In 2000, Thomas signed with the arch rival Miami Dolphins. He suffered a knee injury on November 12, 2000 against the San Diego Chargers, which ended his NFL career. After deciding to retire, Thomas signed a 1-day contract on February 27, 2001 with the Buffalo Bills, so he could retire as a Bill. Thurman Thomas was first eligible for the induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. In that year, he made it to the list of 10 finalists, but was not one of the 6 players indicted into the Hall of Fame that year. He was selected on February 3rd, 2007 to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. Thomas was an outstanding performance in Super Bowl XXV, rushing for 135 yards and was a touchdown. Oh well, why? while also rushing and catching 5 passes for 55 yards. He would have almost certainly won the Super Bowl MVP award, but his team lost the game 20-19 when Scott Norwood missed a 47-yard field goal attempt with 8 seconds remaining. Some fans and sport writers such as Sports Illustrated writer Paul Zimmerman have argued that Thomas has the best performance in the game, so therefore he should have won the MVP award. Even though his team lost, he had far more yards and catches than New York Giants running back Otis Anderson, who won the MVP, rushing the game with 102 yards, 1 reception for 7 yards and a touchdown. Also a player winning the Super Bowl MVP award on a losing team is not unprecedented. Chuck Howley accomplished that feat in Super Bowl B. His performance on the Bills' other postseason games that year also superb. He rushed for a total of 255 yards, caught 8 passes for 99 yards, and scored 3 touchdowns in their 2 playoff games prior to the Super Bowl. Thomas is noted for a mishap Super Bowl XXVI. Thomas was a pre-game ritual where he placed his helmet at the 34-yard line. His helmet was moved in order for the stage to be set up for Harry Connick Jr. to perform his national anthem. This caused Thomas to miss Buffalo's first 2 offensive plays. He went to gain just 13 yards rushing and a touchdown on 10 carries. He also caught 4 passes for 27 yards. On August 8th, 2009, Thomas dreamt on August 8th, 2009, during teammate Bruce Smith's Hall of Fame speech, while he was acknowledging his relationship with Thomas, Bruce proclaimed, "I hid your helmet." Following the ceremony of the NFL Total Access, Bruce indicated that it was merely a joke. Thomas scored the first points of the game for his team on a 2-yard touchdown run, but was limited to just 19 rushing yards on 11 carries and 4 receptions for 10 yards in the Buffalo 52-17 loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Thomas was still recovering from a hip injury he suffered in the first game of the postseason. As a result, running back Kenneth Davis got the majority of the carries in the game. Thomas also committed a costly fumble that was converted to a Dallas touchdown. Thomas was another disappointing Super Bowl performance in this game, which the Bills lost to the Cowboys 30-13. He scored the only touchdown of the game for his team, but was limited to 37 rushing yards on 16 carries. He was a reliable target as a receiver out of the backfield, catching 7 passes for 52 yards, but he lost 2 fumbles that led to 10 Dallas points. On February 3rd, 2007, Thomas was voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Thomas joined his former quarterback Jim Kelly, wide receiver James Lofton in the Hall. Thomas was enshrined in the Hall of Fame during the weekend of August 4th to the 5th, 2007. Thomas retired to Orlando, Florida in 2001 and moved back to Buffalo in 2007 with his wife, Patty, and 3 daughters, Olivia, 25, Angelica, 23, and Anika, 18, and 1 son, Thurman, the third, 13. His eldest daughter, Olivia, is a graduate of the University of Florida. And that's how it ends.